Hello there, Ray here. We got a brand new version of Minecraft. This is 1.15.2, which is going to be the last version for 1.15. In this version, they went ahead and fixed some smaller stuff, as well as introduced some cool mechanics. And they said they're now going to start working on the 1.16 version, which is another update, which is really exciting. So let's look what's all new in the 1.15.2 version. They added a really cool change to this version of Minecraft. Now, if there is a sapling and there is also a flower on the same Y level as the sapling, within 2 blocks of it, then there is a 5% chance when this tree grows up that it will have a bee nest on it. This means that bee nests are no longer limited to the world generation, but instead you can actually farm up as many as these as you want. I'm really looking forward to designing a farm that allows us to harvest bee nests when they are generated from the trees. So that's gonna be a cool thing we're gonna be working on during our snapshot streams, so make sure you follow me on all my media platforms. That way you'll get notified of when the stream starts. It should be quite interesting. As you guys know, I have a goal of trying to farm up everything in the game of Minecraft, and so far I'm getting really close to completing that goal, but this one's gonna be quite challenging to do, and it should make for a lot of fun. Let's see if we can get it to work. We'll go ahead and bone meal this. There's only a 5% chance that it will actually be put onto the tree. I think it's only little trees that normally have the beehives on them, at least the ones I've seen naturally. Ugh, what the heck happened with this tree? That looks kind of, went all the way down to the very bottom of the ground. That's like a huge block of leaves too. Look at the leaves are way down there. I don't know if that's normal. Now this can work on either with oak trees or birch trees. There you go. So it does happen. We got a hive. Took quite a few tries. I did probably about 15 tries to get it. And there's even bees inside of it. That's awesome. Look at that, guys. We can definitely make a farm to take advantage of this. It should be pretty cool. That means you can also get infinite amounts of bees from these hives without having to breed them up. Now, the beehive spawning from trees was introduced in the first pre-release, but there were some problems with it and it wasn't spawning properly. And they have now fixed that. Now, they also did some changes to do with naturally generated bee nest. So now there is a 2% chance that they will spawn inside a flower forest, which are different than like the flower plain. Also, bee nests now have a 0.2% chance of spawning inside of forests, wooded hills, birch forest hills, and tall birch hills biomes. So if you're looking for them, you don't have to just go to the same old biome. You can have a small chance of finding them in other biomes as well. They also fixed some other minor bugs in the second pre-release to do with like the beacon effects and potion effects, and the world protection not quite still working properly. So they did some more tweaks to that kind of stuff. And one of the problems was if you drink like a low level potion near a beacon with the same potion effect that was on level 2, and then once you left the area of the beacon, instead of your low level potion effect picking up again and working once again, it would just be removed. All the other changes are now in the full release of 1.15.2. I've already talked about in the first pre-release, and overall there isn't that many changes from this version from 1.15.1. So all my farms that worked in 1.15.1 should also work in this newest version. Now they said this is going to be the last version to do with 1.15. They are now going to work on 1.16, which is the Nether update, which should be really exciting. I really look forward to seeing what they add to the Nether. So if you want to know about the other changes of 1.15.2, I will link down below the pre-release one. All in all, I really enjoy when they add these kind of little mechanics that seem kind of small, but they are really cool to mess around with. And this snapshot was kind of small, but they did fix some problems. Hopefully they continue to fix bugs even into 1.16. If you guys are aware of any other major bugs, please make sure to go ahead and upvote them as well as report them on the bug tracker. And if you enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a like as well as share with others so they know about 1.16 coming out very soon, as well as the newest 1.15.2 changes. And I'd like to thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.